Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys joining me for today's episode. And we are going to be talking about the elephant in the room regarding all of the talk in the industry about Garmin purchasing Bassmaster. I'm going to talk about if there's any truth to this at all and some of the ramifications if it did happen. So we're going to get into that in today's episode. Also, guys, quick reminder, just want to let you know about the Get Ready for Summer sale still going on my SolarBat series glasses from SolarBat. You can get them at 30% off right now, including prescription lenses. So I'll put the SolarBat link in the description of this video if you guys are interested. And also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that's hitting that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. Working hard to get that 150,000 mark, and hopefully we'll get there in a month or so with your all's help. So really appreciate that. Okay, first of all, before I get into this, guys, the entire video is purely speculation, and it's purely just theoretical as far as we're talking about this, because there's been nothing announced. But that being said, if you guys have followed anything about bass fishing, if you guys have been on social media, all the feeds, YouTube channels, Facebook posts, different bass pros talking about this and that, you hear this reoccurring, I don't know if you want to call a rumor or whatever, that Garmin is going to purchase Bassmaster, or in the talks of purchasing Bassmaster, or is in the process of purchasing Bassmaster. Obviously, we don't know at this point. That's something that, is privy to them. If that interaction is going on, we don't know how much truth there is to it. But one thing about it is this is not going away. It's like you hear it every single day. It's like I have gotten hundreds of comments in my comment section of my videos about people saying, I heard Bassmaster is getting purchased by Garmin. I heard Garmin's buying Bassmaster. So given that, this is a legitimate topic to discuss, if this is going to happen or not. So let's sort of unpack this and talk about it a little bit. First of all, I'm going to say right off the bat is, in the event that if this happened and Garmin purchased Bassmaster, it's probably the worst thing that ever happened for professional fishing, because when you have a company or a corporation that purchases an organization like Bassmaster for the sole purpose of basically helping to promote their product line, you then enter into some type of a special interest, special agenda that influences and basically takes everything away from the organization that Bassmaster is supposed to be. When you have an organization when you have a company that potentially would use the avenues and resources of that company to help promote a product line, it's just not right. On any metric, it's not right. And I can tell you right now, if this happened, if Garmin purchased Bassmaster in light of the fact that we've seen what live scope and forward facing sonar has done to help degrade and destroy our sport, Bassmaster will go down the tubes. They would lose half of their membership overnight over this, including mine. I'm a lifetime member of Bassmaster. If this happened, guys, I would cancel my lifetime membership. This was absolutely ridiculous. And the reason I say this is because I've talked about this before when we've been critical about Bassmaster, and the reason that I have been critical about it is I want to see it succeed. I love Bassmaster. It's been a part of my life since I was a little kid. I don't want it to see going down. I don't want it to see it going down a dark path that it's going down right now. And if something like this happens, it's like you got Bassmaster that is supposed to set the bar for the sport, and everybody is supposed to look up to Bassmaster, and Bassmaster is supposed to sort of be the leader in terms of what professional fishing is and what bass fishing is. The Bassmaster Classic, you've had all the 500,000 bass members over the years. You've had Ray Scott. It's just Bassmaster is, or was, it used to be, the very definition of bass fishing. When Ray Scott had it, when Jerry McInnes had it, it was just the greatest thing of all time. But when you start having a organization like Bassmaster that it's supposed to represent the best interests of the anglers, and if you have a company that comes in and purchases that organization with the purpose of using it to promote and sell products for them, that diminishes everything. It cheapens the organization at Dominion. It's just everything that, you know, it stands for. And we have heard a ton of different rumors out there, guys. And again, at this point, without the transparency, it's rumors, but it's a reoccurring theme that you hear from professional anglers that want to speak with some animosity, or they want to be anonymous on this. They don't want to be known for coming out with their viewpoint, but you hear it over and over again about all the major money that Garmin is pushing into Bassmaster, and about how they're influencing the policy on forward-facing sonar because of this money. And then you've heard about Garmin strong-arming and threatening their pro staff if they say anything bad about forward-facing sonar, or if they get into this forward-facing sonar conversation, they're gone. Again, this is speculation. I'm not accusing Garmin of anything for that, but all I'm trying to do is relate to you what is obvious that's floating around out there on social media, not only on my YouTube channels, but on everybody else's YouTube channels, on bass fishing forums, everywhere. You can't deny the reality of this. It may or may not be, there may or may not be any validity to it, but at the same time, you can't deny that this is out there floating around, you know, in, you know, social media. It's something that deserves to be addressed. So one of the things that I have heard from people that have commented on this when it comes up, it's like, I thought I was done with Bassmaster. Now it's like, if Garmin buys Bassmaster, they will never see me again. I've heard this over and over and over again. So I think it would be, you know, well worth taking that into consideration moving forward with this. But one of the things about Bassmaster, guys, in a perfect world, Bassmaster would be a non-profit organization. It would be a non-profit organization that was completely focused on conservation and environmental issues, strengthening the sustainability of our sport, you know, providing an avenue to teach anglers about bass fishing, you know, protecting the heritage and the tradition of the sports without making any profit. And any time that you get money involved in it, now we've seen this with Bassmaster as far as the degradation of its reputation. When you talk about special interest groups trying to influence policy or influence the organization in exchange for sponsorships, that degrades the reputation of the organization. And that's why Bassmaster should be a nonprofit deal. But anyway, guys, just a quick video. I wanted to throw that out there. I have no idea if this is true or not. I'm not accusing Bassmaster of anything. I'm not accusing Garmin of anything. All I'm trying to do is put this out there, that this is floating around everywhere. Whether this manifests or not remains to be seen, but let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think there's any truth to it? Do you think there's anything going to come out of it? And I'd be curious to hear from you guys. So talk later.